It's Pinky, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about my favorite game, Spellbreak, since I have been playing it since pre-alpha, and then I started streaming it the first day that the non-disclosure lifted, and, I kept playing it until they finally took it out for the 2 months for them to update all the other extra stuff that they updated, and now the game is coming back, so it's time to talk about some Spellbreak. Okay, so I decided to put together a clip compilation. Although when I first started streaming Spellbreak, I wasn't too crazy about getting clips yet because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But we got some clips anyways. So we've got a couple clips of when I was in the alpha, playing during alpha stage, and we have a couple clips playing during beta. There's a lot of differences between the two as well. Not just the HUD and the way everything looks and how everything pans out, but also just like normal gameplay and stuff too. How it usually goes whenever they're updating games before they're released. Okay, so I wrote a list here, okay? I wrote a list of things to talk about. So we're gonna talk about these things, okay? Okay. So, in the alpha gameplay, it's very different because in alpha, they had way more classes to choose from. In Spellbreak, you choose a class. There's no guns. You choose a class. You use that class to your advantage because they give you different skills and abilities. Things of that sort. Honestly, I think of Spellbreak like the League of Legends of Battle Royales because there's a lot that goes into this game. Just like League of Legends. So with all those classes, during the alpha stage, we not only had our normal gauntlet classes, our normal element classes, I guess you could call them, but you also had your passive classes, such as like Scholar, Crackshot, whatever the other ones were called. I don't know, it's been a while. And those classes, they didn't really work as well with the gauntlet. They more so worked for like opponent tracking, being able to shoot your projectiles faster, things of that sort, which were also very useful. And on top of that, you got to use 2 classes. You got to use both of those classes. And those classes, not only did you level up your skill points by making it into the save zones, but you also got to level up your skills from your classes by going to different shrines and activating the shrines. Back when it was alpha, whenever you would activate a shrine, which is like a space, you would go and you'd click on it and make a big sound, and everyone would be like, wow, we hear that sound, so we're going to go attack that person too. Whenever you would activate that shrine, not only would it give you legendary items, but it would also give you skill points. And skill points, hella useful. Back then, at least. Nowadays, they don't even have skill points. In the beta phase, there's no skill points. You just level up your skill as you make it into the zones. But yeah. There was also wind jumping in the alpha, which they ended up taking out in the beta. Wind jumping is this. It's pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. I loved wind jump. I hated it when they switched it to beta and took out wind jump. For a while, it took me forever to get used to not being able to wind jump anymore. Sucked. Also, back then, they used to have the blink rune, and you could hold 2 gauntlets of the same gauntlet at the same time. The issue with being able to hold 2 gauntlets at the same time, though, is that people started to abuse things like double boulder. They would have 2 stone shaper gauntlets one on each hand, and they'd throw boulders, spamming boulders at people, or people would spam other sorceries and such things. That was pretty stressful and annoying. And also the blink rune was pretty overpowered too, although I loved the blink rune. Everybody loved the blink rune. Honestly, the game didn't feel viable and gameplay didn't feel good unless you had the blink rune. In Spellbreak, you get runes, and whenever you use the runes, it's like a passive mobility spell. It's cool. Blink made you got 3 loads of blink, and it was just a quick, how a blink is, just a quick boom, boom, boom. You know how blinks go. Like that. So here are all the clips of the alpha gameplay. Yeah. Oh shit, I got one.
I hit them both.
Ooh, come on! I'm just gonna keep on going this way.
I'm running after him. He's white.
Ah! No, I missed. Ooh. Luckily, I have Vanishing Mist. Hiya! Nice! We got Sexy Starfruit down! What's up, guys? Thanks for the follows and the views, y'all. I really appreciate. Woo! We won! You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever get you down. You're the best around. Alright, now we're gonna talk about beta. So in beta, there was a lot of changes. Not only did they take away all the passive classes, they turned all the classes into just gauntlet classes, and they changed all the stuff in all the classes. Too much to even go through. But basically the classes became way more viable. Actually, it took me a while to get used to the beta, but once I got used to beta, I freaking loved it again. It was actually a lot more fun after a while than alpha, and I actually enjoy watching the beta clips way more than the alpha clips as well. They were way more fun to watch. But yeah, they ended up taking out wind jump, and so now if you want to do wind jumping in beta, you can only do wind jumping when you use the Tempest class. So that's for the wind gauntlet. The Tempest class is for the wind gauntlet, kind of like Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. You become an airbender with the wind gauntlet. Also, on top of it, whenever you start each match, now with the beta, you're forced to choose your class before you even get into the match. Beforehand, you could get into the match and not even have any classes and do the whole game without any classes at all. But now they changed it where you have to click on your class, choose your class before getting into the game, which is really good because there were so many games where I forgot to choose my class in the alpha form, in the alpha time. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. Whenever you start the game, whichever class you chose, say I chose the fire class, the pyro class, then I will start off with a common pyro gauntlet on my left hand, which I usually switch to my right hand because I prefer them on my right hand because I'm a righty. But yeah, that's really useful too, because sometimes whenever you first drop and you don't have a gauntlet and there's someone else with a gauntlet there, is like, whoa there, chill bro. So, you know, it's nice that we all start with gauntlets now at the beginning of the games. Hopefully they don't change that whenever this new update comes out in a couple days. Also, you can't get skill points from shrines. Like I said earlier, shrines, you don't get skill points anymore. The only way you can level up your skills is if you make it into each safe zone, which is actually probably good because people would be able to abuse getting skill points and abuse stacking certain skills if they were able to get shrines. But at the same time, it's kind of like how the game goes. Now, shrines are just for legendaries. And also, the only way you can get a legendary item is if you get it from a shrine. So, there's that. Also, in the beta, you can only use one gauntlet. You cannot have, you can use multiple gauntlets, but you can only use one of each class. So if you have if you find a common stone gauntlet and you also find a rare stone gauntlet, you can only have the rare gauntlet. You can't keep the stone and the rare. You can't have two of the same gauntlet equipped at the same time, which is good. Prevents double boulder and other things. Although with the Stone Shaper class, you can have double boulder again once you make it to one of the last couple circles or safe zones. But you know what? They also got rid of Blink, Blink was probably one of the best runes in the game. Well, actually, it was the best rune in the game. They got rid of it and they replaced it with Dash, and they fixed up Shadow Step. So those runes, I guess honestly, it's not that big a deal. At first it was, but nowadays, now that I've been playing it for long enough, it's not that big a deal that they got rid of it. I'm used to it. It don't matter. Oh! Oh!
Let's go!
Oh! Ah! Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! Ah! Ooh! Ah! Oh shit! Oh! Double XL! Heck yeah! I don't see him. I hear him, but I don't see him. There he is! Bitch! Hiya! Bye! Ah! I guessed where he was going to drop! Ah, bitch! Bye! Where is he? Oh, how did I do that? Oh my god. I hope you all enjoyed my little clip thing of the games and spellbreak and whatnot. I used to stream Spellbreak every day. Once Spellbreak comes back, I'll probably be streaming it every day again. I also stream just chatting. I also do ASMR. I also have an improv show that I do as well. And I do other things too, like workout streams and other stuff. You know, I also play a lot of Minecraft too. So if you guys want to check out my streams, I will do a lot of Spellbreak, Minecraft, ASMR, just chatting, and also an improv show twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. So check it out. Link will be in the description for my Twitch and Instagram. Alright guys, you all rock. I'll see you all in the HoloLens.